How James Brown say it?
Oh, that's what this clap is for?
I'm back.
I hate how James Brown say
Amanda,
it.
I'm starting the episode.
No, I know.
But you're asking about a clap that they don't hear.
Who? Oh, so we got to start over?
Yes.
Oh, crap.
They
Okay,
don't hear the clap.
rewind.
It's for him. It's an indicator for him, for editing.
We could have kept it. It would have been raw, organic.
No.
Okay, go.
Bass. How James Brown do it? I'm back. I'm back.
I'm about to start dancing.
I'm back. And I'm back. And ooh.
What's the next line? No, I didn't say it. No.
You didn't say music line or lyric line. So we are back.
Yeah.
I am Dashawn. This is my wife.
They know me. No introduction necessary.
This is Amanda. Just in case this is your first time watching this is Amanda. Since you don't want to introduce herself.
If it's your first time watching me, go back and watch episode 17.
Okay.
I think I said my name at... No.
What episode is this? 18? This is 19. This is episode 19. Welcome to episode 19.
Yeah.
This is the podcast where we let you into our space as you let us into yours. And we appreciate that reciprocity. It's my new slogan. You don't like it? All right, cool.
What?
Ixnay on the slogan.
I feel like, what's his name? Russell Wilson. No, Russell Westbrook. What? Talking about, bro?
Okay.
Yo, what up? Today, episode 19.
Yeah.
Episodio 19. We are scoffing about...
It's been 19 episodes.
Scoffing about yet.
But hold on. It's been 19 episodes. We got to address this. It's been 19 episodes and you still haven't even looked up.
I have looked it up. If you check the comments on our YouTube, I say it in that episode where I first introduced Episodio.
So then why are you still saying it wrong?
Because it's me. It's me. It's my thing.
But that's somebody's language. And you
what if I'm doing my own language now?
So you just go do your own language and
What's up, y'all? We just taking up a lot of time. Episode 19. Today we are scoffing about pre-marital conversations.
Pre-marital conversations. All right, here's how this came about. Amanda and I were asked to sit on a panel, right? And this was a relationship panel. And one of the questions that was asked at the panel was, if you had conversations or some things you wish you knew before you got married, what were the types of conversations you would have? And it hit us like, dang, we
have no idea.
I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? So we had to start thinking on our own, and to the point where the conversation carried over post panel. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Where we had to, on the way home, like, yo, what do we wish we knew? You know what I mean? We've known each other for so long that the conversations then may not be the conversations now, but, you know.
Were we even thinking about premarital? No.
I don't know.
We weren't thinking about premarital conversations at 13 and 14.
Exactly. So
totally irrelevant.
Exactly. So with that being said, I wanted to make an episode out of it because of this as well. Like when I look from a societal perspective, I think, you know, marriage is kind of like an obsolete thing. It used to be this thing that people maybe over upheld, but then it became this thing that now it's under appreciated. And I think it's still a beautiful thing, but I think it probably was
it's been tainted.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Years, yeah.
Yeah. I think people they used to aspire. Here's what I want to say. They used to aspire to it for the wrong reasons. Like, oh, because mama want me to give her grandbabies or, you know, societal context, but not just out of pure, genuine partnership with someone.
Yeah.
But now it kind of is undervalued in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And I think that because it's undervalued, I don't think there's a lot of people who may care about being married or may care about, you know, having a husband or wife someday that don't get the opportunity to get advice from someone that might have done this before, been around the block. You know what I mean? So that's why we're going to do this. And we hope it's fruitful. And let us know in the comments if you're watching on YouTube. And hey, if you're listening on the podcasting platforms, just follow and rate our page. That'll help us know that,
that it was good.
That it was good for you.
Okay. Yeah. Let's get
into it. What are some things we wish we talked about before getting married?
Like you said, I don't know if it's these conversations might be a little more applicable to our situation if we had met in like our adult years, or even like late teenage years. But like you said, because we met so early, there was nothing we were thinking about pre-marriage. What? But I think oftentimes when we think of conversations we wish we had before getting married, we think about conversations to be had but conversations to be had together. Yeah. But sometimes those conversations are internal. Like, what do I need to talk to myself about? What do I need to prepare for as we enter marriage? And one of those internal conversations, I think, needs to be how we handle disagreements. Because during disagreements, we have to be aware that when you're married, you live with that person, right? And, there are situations where people live together before they get married. Right. But I just think the dynamic is different. Like the covenant just makes it different. Even if you are living together, the covenant makes it different. And as a boyfriend and girlfriend, whether you're living together or not, you just think about things differently. I can't go off on you. Can't be reckless with how I handle the disagreement and then, ignore you for a week and, leave you, block you, whatever, and not return your phone calls, ignore your text messages, and then kind of come back when I feel like it. When you're married, you gotta, I'm coming home to you. Yeah, you gotta sit with it sometimes. Even if I leave or you leave to blow off steam or whatever it is to clear your head, when you come back home, like, it's I'm not avoiding you for days at a time or weeks at a time. Like, I have to come back home to you, and we have to, face it head on and resolve it maturely. Respectfully, you know what I mean? And not just that, but there's parts of life that get affected by us not handling disagreements healthily because, there may be children involved and schedules. Who's taking the kids to school today, or who has a dance recital, or, money, bills are due, and who's groceries and, just there's just so many other factors connected to it that you can't handle disagreements poorly.
So what you're saying is when we dated,
wait. I just feel like I don't like the way this is starting off. This rebuttal is real aggressive.
What I'm hearing
already.
What I'm hearing you say.
Yeah, let's tone it down a bit.
We were together in just boyfriend and girlfriend status. Like if I egged you for a week, it was okay, but like it's not okay.
No, it wasn't okay then. Like, let's be very clear.
I know. I don't think
not
I
egged you for a week, probably a couple days.
If you got me tight, I mean, I don't know. Depends.
You know what?
But no. I think that does have me think about, like, I think one of the conversations that need to be had, and this might be an internal conversation. Mm-hmm. It may not be hey, how do you handle your like what's your response when you have a fight?
Because you don't know usually, right? Until it happens.
But yeah, exactly. Sometimes emotions get caught up, and you may say, "Yeah, no, I'm a peaceful communicator." Then you get fired up from somebody leaving the orange juice out and spoiling, and then, why you make that face?
Because you be leaving stuff out.
I do not leave no orange juice out or no milk out or nothing out.
Milk? We're not doing this.
I don't leave.
What's your next
out.
point? We're not doing this.
I do not leave stuff out. Chill. But I think an important, because we be getting sidetracked, I think an important internal conversation to have is with yourself. You got to be aware of their disagreement styles. So while you're in the dating phase, when you guys disagree, right? Like in psychology, there's this thing like fight, flight. And in recent times, they've even added freeze. Mm-hmm. And those are different ways people deal with conflict, right? Some people face it head on, right? When there's an issue, I got to handle this right now. We got to deal with this right now. And I'm going head on into this thing, right? That's
Mr. Fight.
Right? I gotta
call him Dashawn Fight Robinson.
I gotta resolve things, right? Some people flight. They completely avoid it, right?
Amanda Flight Robinson.
They just like, you know what? I don't even want to talk about it. Just leave me alone. Then you have freeze. Freeze is similar to flight, but you're not like avoiding it. You just shut down, right? Avoidance is a flight is a little bit different. Flight is like, I'm not shutting down. I'm just going to try to process like nothing is wrong. Like, I'm just going to avoid this situation and deal with whatever's next. Like, hey, baby, we going to go out to dinner as if wasn't we just throwing pots and pans at each other? What do you mean?
Am I flight or freeze?
I don't know. You got it. That's self-assessment. I don't know.
Dang.
Maybe go see the therapist and ask them. I'm not sure. But I don't know. I think.
Sorry, y'all. I'm just hearing it and I'm like,
I don't think this
shoot.
is. I think this is. Freeze is like I just shut down.
Oh, that's
like,
crazy.
I don't respond. I don't fight. I don't flee. I'm there, but I don't contribute anything. Right. So you got to understand yourself. What's my style? But then you also got to have that conversation. Like when we've had disagreements, what was Shorty like? Or what was he like? They just wanted to keep talking about it. Mm-hmm. Or they needed some time. Mm-hmm. Right. Or, hey, sometimes you may not be either. Maybe you can't figure it out because you may not be either one. Maybe you kind of crossbreed. You kind of like a hybrid.
I'm both of them.
Both of them, right? All of them sometimes, depending on the situation.
Oh, I could call it fright.
Needless to say, fright.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah,
you having your own little self-exploration right now. We supposed to be helping the folks. We helping. Go. We ready. So nevertheless, I think that I would add to your understanding how they disagree. I would also add, being aware of your own disagreement style and their disagreement style so that you know how to approach it once you guys start living together, get married, and start spending more of your life together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right.
So what else you wish we spoke about either more in depth or just spoke about at all?
So the next
before
one,
we got married?
Yeah. So the next one I have in mind is more, I guess, expected or anticipated. But I think it's still super important and it needs to be addressed anyway. Finances. Money. What do you like? And I want to preface this by saying, not preface it. Let me just get into the point. I don't think that while you're in a dating stage, you need to be completely transparent about your spending habits. To a certain degree, you share certain things, maybe how much money you make or how much you're bringing in or what you bought, whatever. Those conversations are bound to happen. But I think more than just talking about finances, I think you need to be prepared to be transparent about your finances.
How would you prepare yourself for that?
Me? How do you prepare?
I'm just in general. Like if you're suggesting that I may not need to tell you if we're dating. Yeah, I don't got to tell you everything I'm spending my money on. It's my money.
Right.
We ain't locked down for life.
Yeah, right.
Right. But if we plan on taking things serious, I need to anticipate that I'll have to be more transparent about my money.
I think one way to do that is like budgeting. I can't give you information that I don't have. Like I can't be transparent about something that I'm not fully aware of. Like it's kind of ambiguous. Well, how much money did I spend this week on food? Or how many times did I order Uber Eats? Or how many times did I go shopping or order something online? Like I can't give you information that I don't necessarily have a full scope of.
I'm going to stir the pot a little bit. You should be budgeting whether you plan on getting married or not.
Not that you shouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't do it.
So I don't know if that's the answer to my question. Right? Let's say I already budgeted.
But you asked me how I would do it.
So you weren't budgeting?
Because I got you. I wasn't not budgeting. I just wasn't budgeting like I should have.
I get you. Okay.
Yeah. Plus we were like young when we got married. We got engaged at 22? So I wasn't like reckless, but I wasn't.
Yeah, but we didn't get married at 22.
Yeah, but in preparing for it, you said. Preparing.
Okay. So I agree. I think finances is super important. Another conversation that I would suggest having that's still related to finances is like debt. Mm-hmm. How much debt does someone carry? And I think that's important. And of course, there are debts that are different, right? You have revolving debts. Like maybe a credit card or something. But then you have
or 8.
A credit card or 8, sure. Hey, that's fine. If you know what you're doing and you're managing it right, hey, sure, it's fine to have your credit cards, do your thing. Run it up. Get them points. Utilize those points and rewards and all that other good stuff. Absolutely. But what I would also say is that I think somebody may have like a lot of installment accounts too. And the difference I feel like I'm taking this into finance, but the difference between like a revolving debt and like an installment account. Installment is something that eventually be paid off. Revolving means it keeps going, essentially. So a credit card, as long as you spend it, it keeps going. As long as you spend it, it keeps going. An installment account is maybe like a car note or a student loan or something like that, where, you know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, for your credit profile, you want to have a healthy balance of all of that. You want to have some credit cards. You want to have some installment accounts and things like that. However, I think it's important to know somebody's spending habits. Can we pod? Can we pod for real?
Can we just say that we're going to talk?
Nah, because when I say can we pod, that means we're going deeper. Because somebody's debt profile is indicative of some character habits too.
Like how disciplined they are, how emotional. Like, are you an emotional spender? Like, you stressed out, so you're going to go retail.
But there's people that do retail therapy, but have they have enough accountability to
have the points on my Amex to redeem to spend at Saks. Like, we've
something
done
like that. Yeah, something like that. Right. But I mean, sometimes debt could be a reflection of circumstance, right? We was watching Tinder Swindler, so
don't get swindled because it was so many red flags. Like, don't be Cecile.
We are not about to start potting about.
We're not,
Tinder
but
Swindler.
like. Man, that thing angered me.
Debt can be accrued because of circumstance.
It's no way. Shorty took out 9.
Yo, chill. People haven't seen it yet. Some people haven't seen it. If you haven't seen Tinder Swindler, go check it out on Netflix. And this scene is going to make a lot of sense to you, okay?
Crazy.
Some debt is accrued because of circumstance, right? Like tough times, economy falling and stuff like that. I get it. But like a history of too much debt, especially like excessive installment accounts, like you constantly are taking out loans or you constantly are borrowing money.
And not paying anything back.
Right. So like, I think stuff like that and like credit score, if you know you're about to be serious, it's a messy conversation, but trust me, love will not be the only thing that sustains your marriage.
Run that back.
Let me drop a bar on them.
There's the bomb.
No, not a bomb, a bar. Love will not be the only thing that sustains your marriage.
Fact.
Right?
Facts.
We have gotten into it over like, yo, why did you spend this? I'm not coming for you. I've done it too.
Nah, you be wilding sometimes.
I do not. What?
Like, I got this on sale for $500.
Stop it. No, first of all, she's ODing. Lying.
I'm not ODing.
Lying.
But this is not about us. We're supposed to be, like you said.
You think you're just going to try to expose me and make me look bad? And then say...
It was a little hyperbolic, but the fact still remains that...
All right. Exactly. I got children that I save up for, okay? But you be just having boxes just appear at the door. They don't be nothing that we need.
Anybody else addicted to Amazon?
You like, knock. Open the door.
Like, dang.
I'd be like, oh, thank you. Wait, who is this? What is this?
I'd be like, nah.
She'd be like, remember we spoke 16 months ago? And I had mentioned that our bed needed a brace that was special with lights.
First of all, that sounds nasty. Why would we need a bed brace?
Hey, listen.
What's the next point? Because, okay. So next.
Well, can we land the plane on that point, though?
The point? No. Oh, God. I just crashed the plane. Go.
You're wilding right now. The point that I'm making is I think debt and credit score conversations are part of that financial conversation that you brought up. Because debt is also sometimes an indicator of someone's character when times are stressful.
Yeah. And like you said, there can be good debt and bad debt.
Right, exactly.
So just assess the debt.
Exactly. Like everybody has debt, but like how much are you coming into? Because at the end of the day, listen, let me just keep it a beam with y'all. We about to be in this life together. Your debt becomes my debt, right? You keeping your name clean because it's me keeping my name clean, right? We become one. So I think it's highly important to understand, like, listen, the love could be great. The dates could be amazing, but it's going to get frustrating 2-3 years in when it's like, I'm trying to go on vacation or I'm trying to save up for a house, but we trying to fix your past.
Ooh.
Right? So now if we get to a space where it's like, I'm trying to fix your past.
And you're not helping me like try to fix it.
How do we progress forward? So you got to, I ain't telling you not to marry. Everybody,
Don't say that.
What Mike have saying next Friday? Fat girls need love too, Craig, right? Everybody need love. People in debt need love. Rich people need love. We all need love. Don't get it twisted. But you do have to assess, is this something I'm willing to deal with? And will it hamper things and goals that I have for the future if it's something that we're constantly retroactively fixing?
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. All right. I'm next. Who brought up finances? You?
Me.
Oh, yo. I think, this is a good conversation that needs to be had. And this is going to require layers. This is going to be conversation y'all have with each other and that happens internally. If y'all about to be serious, like for real, don't just meet his or her mom, his or her dad. You got to sit and spend time with their family. Like, I mean, go to a family function. They having a cookout, like, go. I know it's COVID, so it might be a little bit different, but as things ease up, right? Sit and spend time with their family. Like, go to the crib. See how, if their parents are still together, see how their mom and dad interact. If, they come up in a single parent household, see how they interact with their mom, their dad. How, if they have siblings, what's their connection like with their siblings? A lot of joy, a lot of laughter, a lot of fighting, a lot of roasting each other, right? Like you listen, my family, we probably roast to a point where it's unhealthy.
No,
like,
it is. It is.
We roast each other and it's not bad for any reason. Like, boy, you coming here with them shoes looking like moon boots. Like, right, we'll just, for no reason, right? And it's like, why are we doing this to each other? But it's also a lot of laughs. So I don't know.
Love. It's the way y'all love each other, though.
Yeah, but that's not always healthy because sometimes I might roast something that you actually are sensitive about, and I don't think that's always good.
Who, me?
No, I mean my siblings. Like how we are. I got 5 siblings, so 6 of us. So like, I don't know what that dynamic was like for you because your family's a lot more.
It wasn't really roasty, and it's just like you have a combination of brothers and sisters. It's just 3 girls, so it's real spicy.
Yeah,
very spicy. And my mom was the dominant. Parent figure. My dad was around, but my mom was more active in our lives. So it was just a lot of estrogen just boomeranging around the house. And it got a little, spicy.
But the reason, and that gets to the point, right? The reason I say you got to spend time with their family because those interactions also, they inform how this person deals with conflict. Right? That's the soil they were bred in. That's the soil that they harvested from. So
you might fight one of your brothers. Me and my sisters might get real catty and argue. Right, so how do we take those?
Me and my little brother Saya fist fighting at 14 and 18. I can't just be out here swinging on you. Like that's not going to work. Right. So what are the conflict resolutions? How are we interacting with each other when there's tension? When there's tension, does the house just get quiet? Do we get loud and curse each other out? Do we talk? Is there a mixture? What are the interactions? Ladies, like, how does he treat his mom? How does he talk about his mom? Right? How does he deal with his dad? Are him and dad fractured? That could inform things one of 2 ways. It could mean he's going to try his best to not be him so he becomes a great father.
Yeah.
Or it could mean he has absorbed so much of dad's ways that he think he'll be a good father when he get into it. He repeats the cycle. But you have to have context.
Absolutely.
And being around the family gives you context for your conflict. That feel preachy, but it feel good, right?
No, it's good.
Being around their family gives you context for their conflict. So you'll know how we deal with situations, how we deal with stress, joyful times.
How you navigate life, pretty much.
Absolutely, absolutely. But here's the second part to that. I'm going to add that, and I'm going to let you take the next point. I'm going to add this. You also have to have private conversations with the person you plan to marry.
Yeah, like so
about how they feel about their parents.
Yeah.
And their family and their, right? Like what's your perspective? I don't want to just see y'all at Thanksgiving and Christmas when everybody getting gifts and it's
everybody's happy.
What's your feelings toward mom? What's your feelings towards dad? What's your feelings towards, I don't want to, think of it in just traditional terms, foster parent or the guardian that raised you, the grandma. What are your feelings about how that person stepped up for you when times were hard?
Yeah.
What are your feelings about how that person handled money? Were y'all always in debt? Were y'all always broke? Okay, what are your what values you get from them?
Important.
Mom is a hard worker. Dad's a hard worker. He's working 2 jobs, working 3 jobs just to make ends meet. Oh, okay. That's why you're so ambitious. Even though you got a degree, you so ambitious because of that.
Yeah.
It informs so much, not just the negative, not just the conflict. It informs so much. And it's not that they're just a spitting image, but it gives us indicators of how they became what they are. Thanks. So spend time with the family. They'll give you a lot of information. Next.
Good. All right. Next. Oh, so this is not necessarily one question.
Okay.
It's kind of layered, but kind of is all tied in together. But it's also important to talk to your partner about what they're motivated by. Because that is not just about right now, but how does that affect us 5, 10, 20 years down the line? You know what I mean? What do you want to do with your life? Where do you see yourself? Where do you want to travel? It's a little tangential, but it still fits in. Do children fit into these aspirations?
Nah, that makes a ton of sense
if you want to be like we just finished watching the Yeezus documentary. So Cootie,
genius documentary.
What I say, Yeezus?
Yeah, Yeezus is one of his albums.
Oh boy, I'll be trying, y'all. We just finished watching the Genius documentary on Netflix, which was amazing, by the way. But just seeing Cootie travel the world with Kanye, we don't know what kind. You know, eventually he got married and had a daughter, but we don't know what sacrifices he had to make in order to travel the world with Kanye. Like, was his relationship put on hold? Was becoming a father put on hold because he wanted to pursue videography so much more? Wow. So like, what do you want to do? What are your goals in life? Where do you want to go? Can we build a family with you traveling, potentially traveling around the world and doing all of these things and going these places? How do we manage our time if you're going to be home 2 days a week? And you know what I mean? There's just so much to plan for or, consider based on their life's goals. Yeah.
I think what someone is motivated or inspired by also it gives you information about do you fit in to the equation? Like
realistically, can we be together?
Like, you trying to live where for 10 years? You trying to do mission work in Liberia? Okay, so do I fit in? Am I going with you? Is it, you know what I'm saying? Like, though obviously no one knows what they're going to end up being all the time.
Yeah,
obviously, we know that, right? Life gives you curveballs, or you end up being more than you thought or ever dreamed of through God's grace. But it's still good to have an idea of what somebody wants.
Yeah.
Right? Like, okay, so, and what motivates them is a great question, because they might be motivated by something that's fleeting. And if their motivation is something that fades away, then is that something you want to live your life knowing that person is motivated by something that could dissipate? Yeah.
Is it sustainable?
Is it a sustainable
how do
motivation?
I support you while you find a new motivation?
Absolutely.
Do I need to take on the brunt of the finances and paying for the bills while you figure out what is your next step in life? Yeah.
So like what inspires you and what motivates you is a great question. I didn't even think of that. That's kind of fire. That's dope.
Let's do one more.
One more?
Yeah,
okay.
One more.
This I think is important, which is interesting because when we met, neither one of us were like super, like I played drums for my dad's church, was a musician for years, in my dad's church. And, I invited you not because I was like trying to be some evangelist. I just invited you when we was in high school because I was just like, yo, pull up. Like, you don't go to church, come through so my family can meet you kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So for me,
it's kind of like a date.
Yeah, it was like a church date. It was like, yo, come to my church. It's like I didn't have any other way to get her. Mom's wasn't gonna let me take you out. Not my mom, her mom. I still love you. I still love you, Mom. My mom didn't mind me take you, but her mom wasn't gonna let me take you out back then.
With who? What boy? From where? Where you going? Come back by 3:00. Mom, we supposed to be leaving the house at 3:00.
Mom, I don't get out of school till 2:45.
Well, I guess you can't go.
Nah, don't
Shout out
do
to
that.
my mother.
Don't do that to my mother in love. Shout out to Mommy Sonia. So like I invited you to church like on some like some date type joint. But what was interesting though is that it was revealed to me like we didn't really have like the same, like you kind of were a Christian, but like it wasn't like we. Yeah, like you didn't like.
I wasn't a regular attendee.
Right, your mom was like a faith believing woman. She read her psalms and stuff like that, sing her songs and things, but you weren't like a regular attendee. Like you weren't like baptized and all that other good stuff.
It was a very Jamaican Jamaican Christian household. Like we woke up to the reggae gospel songs on Saturday morning, cleaning the house, and we, you know, like you said, kind of confined to the Psalms of the Bible, and we didn't really go to church.
Exactly. So. And I guess what I'm getting at is we were mad young, but as you get older and get more serious about life and start questioning things and questioning authorities and questioning and unlearning stuff that you were taught that was toxic and all this other good stuff. What it comes down to is like, do you guys have the same beliefs faith wise? Yeah. Right. If not, I'm not saying it's problematic, but if not, you got to know, you know, what that comes with, because that determines how you will rear your children. And of course, when your children come, they have the freedom to choose what they want, but it does determine how you are going to, what your values are. Yeah. You know what I mean? Does it mean we could have two different belief systems and have similar values? Absolutely. Right. You could be Muslim and I can be an atheist or agnostic and still believe we should do charity for people in need, right? Like I'm not like I guess assigning any lack of morale to someone that's atheist, right? Or someone that doesn't believe what I believe. But you do have to know in heated moments, your morals, your values come out, and that's under the fire is where you determine. Listen, our child is having a rough time. Are we about to pray about it, or you just want to go tell them to see a psychiatrist?
Which is fine.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm throwing out like different examples. Some people, no, I'm gonna just take them to church, have the pastor lay hands on them. Some like, no, I'm not. You're not going to church. We're gonna go to the psychiatrist. They're gonna give them medicine. Yeah. Or do we find a way to meet somewhere in the middle based on our values?
Yeah, let's pray about it and schedule a therapy
I'll pray
session.
on them, and then we go have them see a professional, and it could be both. Right. So I think just understanding that, it doesn't mean you have to go into. I do think it might be healthier and easier to do if y'all are of the same faith with the same beliefs, whatever that is. Doesn't mean it's a mandate, but it's a conversation that's mandatory. Because it might lead to. What do you believe?
Because just know that life might, entail a lot of compromise, a lot more compromise.
Yeah, so. like for instance, right? Let me give you an example. This is not something that's happened to me, but like I could imagine this, right? Let's say one of the spouse of the partners is atheist, right? And they fall ill. And let's say the other person is like a Bible-toting, church-going Christian. And they say, when I get home, I'm going to lay hands on you and pray over you. That's their way of showing care and love because they want you to be better, right? And then the person that's atheist goes, don't pray over me. I don't believe that ish anyway. And now you're hurt because in your mind, you interpret it as they rejected your love. When really in their mind, they're just rejecting your God. Yeah. But you interpret it as they're rejecting my love. So then now you're heartbroken because it's like, how could you? This is all I know to do. This is what I wanted to do for you.
And you might have to find a way to care for them in a way that feels ingenuine to you.
Yes. So like now I got to like do things that make you comfortable, but I know I want to do it a different way. Compromise. And you got to have that, you got to have that awareness. And I think that's what's more important. It's about that awareness. But we got to bring this episode to a close. It was good talking about this. For us, it's retroactive. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you got any last words?
Yeah, I would just say leave room, man, for like the conversations to change as your relationship evolves. Because the conversations, just going back to us again, we're the only pool we have to pull from, really. Our conversations in high school at 14 years old were not the conversations that we had in college when we were growing into adulthood. They were not the conversations we had post-college preparing. We got engaged soon after you graduated college. So those conversations are going to evolve over time. And even in the midst of marriage, just prepare for an ever-evolving conversation because your relationship is going to evolve. Children may come about. Just a change of careers and where you let life happen. So just never stop having conversations, I guess. It's good to have them pre-marriage, but prepare to continue to have them throughout your marriage.
Yeah, that's a great point to close on. Because I agree. I think that we always change. Something you said when we were on the panel a couple of weeks ago, just to bring this back full circle, that I think relates to what you just said. I think a question was asked about like dealing with changes in relationship.
Remember, yeah.
And one of the things you said was you should go into the marriage expecting things to change.
You should.
Because if you don't see change, you have to question, is the relationship fruitful?
Is it growing? Because if it's not growing, it's dead.
If I don't go from seed to tree to fruit
to bud, like let me get a little bud to a little stem, a little leaf, a little.
I thought that was so powerful. I thought that was no doubt, absolutely. I thought that was so powerful, and I think it's true. So you should go in expecting some change, but also go in knowing there's a past and a history that informs the package you get.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? And real love will endure. You feel me? Yo, before we get into this or that, quick shout out. You know I got to shout out Free the Souls Clothing.
Bada bing, bada bow.
FreeTheSoulsClothing.com. If you ever want to support us, go get some merch. She got on the Be Not Weary hoodie. Join this fire. Feels great. Amazing quality. I got on the snake skin. Free from the serpent cap.
Which is on sale, by the way, right now.
Oh, yeah. You already know it's on sale. So, yeah, Free the Souls Clothing. Oh, another Black-owned company. I got to shout out Brown Mill Company. Yeah. That's where I get this jacket from. Fire. Black-owned. Got to shout the people out. All right. You ready?
Let's do it.
This or that.
This or that. You do the first one. I don't know why.
All right, let's get to it. Is this episode longer than normal?
It feels long.
Yeah, I feel like we got a little loquacious. We're gonna pray for you, Amanda. All right.
Amanda.
Would you rather be the smartest person in the world or the richest?
Give me the loop. No.
Does this mean I can't have the other?
Yes. Pick one. You're either smart and poor or rich and stupid. I guess. Tres, dos, uno. Smartest.
Richest. This is easy.
What?
This is easy.
Why?
Because if I can't, my logic was, if I'm the smartest person in the world, I can make myself the richest person because I'll have that much information. But you just said that I can't have the other at all. I'd rather have the richest. People will think for me. If I want to write a book, they have companies that do that for you, and they'll put it in my name. If I want to start a company, I give them the money and just keep getting money back off the company, and I let the geniuses, from the Ivy Leagues and, over in Silicon Valley, let them run it for me. But sounds like I'm going to always have riches. But we in a relationship, so you be smart, I be rich. We're the perfect duo, baby. You know what I'm saying?
For me, I don't know. I just found more contentment in like obtaining knowledge, and not that I'm going to like teeter the. I didn't. The question is not like you're teetering the poverty line, but
I mean that was my assumption. I'm mad smart, but I'm broke.
Or
I'm mad rich and I'm dumb.
I don't know. I just rather.
Hey, listen, baby.
Okay, would you rather have? Because you're doing
partnership. You feel me?
Sweet talk me. Like, I don't know.
It's a partnership. I got the
brain.
Would you rather? You got the brain.
But I'm the immature one. Like y'all see,
I
do one little pause, a little whisper pause.
I didn't do that on purpose. All right.
Would you rather have guaranteed growth or guaranteed security?
Like height?
No, like in life. Like.
Yeah.
That's your thing squeaking?
No, it's yours.
All right. Security.
Growth.
But you can grow and fail. I'd rather be secure and...
we got to talk about this long term, bro. I'd rather... I fail. That's literally how you grow.
Wait, did I pick the wrong thing?
Your muscles fail. Your muscles hurt when you work out because it's growing. But it also means the tissues have torn. They failed, right? So when you work to failure, you grow. And when you grow, you will fail.
Dang, can I change my answer?
Nah, you want that security. Be comfortable. But I'm going to keep growing, baby. I'm going to keep getting better. Better and better. I'm a failure, then get better. Fail, then get better. Fail, then get better. You can be secure. I'll keep growing. Hi. I'm speaking from you all the way up here because I'm a giant who kept growing. How you doing down there, little one? That's going to be me. Just secure yourself.
Did you just insult me?
Yep, I'm looking down like, hey, you see me?
I hate with your secure self.
You see me? How's that ground treating you? Pretty secure, ain't it? Hey, these skies
Could you ask the last question?
These clouds are amazing, though, as I keep growing. All right. Save 100 strangers. Hulk, can I get into the question? Incredible Hulk? Save 100 strangers or one loved one.
Man. I plead
you
the
a
fifth
legend if you save 100 strangers, though.
But how? It's not that it's all. What if it's not all at one time? What if it's like over the course of time, like one a day or one a month or something? And who's
wait? What am I saving? Their life, their soul? Like, what's happening here?
Save.
I don't understand the context. Though.
Pick.
Is it like save their life, like they were about to die?
Choose.
I don't like this question.
Me either.
This might be the first one I forfeit because you're not going to answer me. Like, what are we saving? Their life?
No, their life. Whatever. Not whatever to their lives. What you picked?
I'm done. I'm ready. Are you ready?
I didn't pick. I don't like it.
Loved one. If it's their life. I know. That's a selfish answer. I love my family. I don't think you're allowed to not pick, but I'm going to let that ride. This is the first time ever we not picked, but listen.
Yes. Let's get serious.
Thank y'all. Check us out. On everything. Dysfunctional Family Podcast on social media.
Dysfunctional Family TV.
On YouTube. Yep.
And TikTok?
Yeah.
I got to know.
Yep.
I'm telling y'all to go. Freetoscoffin.com for your merch.
All right.
I don't know
We're
what to say.
We're going to end there.
Bye.
It's getting awkward. All right, y'all. Much love. Peace.